Plug Talk is the best. Only podcast where the host smash the guest. Yeah. Plug Talk is the best. Only podcast where the host smash the guest. Yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Plug Talk, the only podcast where we mix podcasting and porn. And to the left of me, I have my lovely co-host slash fiance, Lena the Plug.
Hi guys.
And then to her left, we have some amazing new talent that is out here now on the scene.
The Sky Bree.
Sky Bree.
Hello, everyone.
How y'all doing today?
Good. I'm great.
Amazing.
Last time we filmed one of these was a while ago. I'm not sure about the exact order that's going to come out, but this is our lovely new set that we have going on in here. We
First
spent
time
a whole
in
bunch
here.
of money on the wallpaper and the decor and everything. So
It reminds me of that 70s show. That's like my favorite.
that's what we're going for, definitely.
Yeah.
Good.
That's the kind of vibe that I like.
We'll all sit in a circle
You know,
and
you just
smoke
got
a
out of high
doobie.
school, you're drinking light beer.
Just
like,
the smoke behind us.
I know. Yeah, so this is the first time we're using the set, and
I'm excited to be here. And Sky, for those who don't know, you probably do know by this point, she appeared on the No Jumper Patreon.
Yes.
And she's from Pennsylvania. Maybe tell us a little bit about where you grew up and everything, since a lot of the people out there might not have seen that episode.
I'm from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. It's directly on the opposite side of the country from you guys, so it's a very long plane flight, but it's just kind of like a small town, normal people, nothing crazy going on. There's really no one like me there, so I've always
Define like you. You were the sluttiest girl in high school?
I wasn't super slutty in high school, surprisingly. I think that's like something people assume about like porn stars and stuff, like, oh, we were the biggest sluts or whatever. But I was super innocent, like didn't do anything.
were you the hottest girl in your high school?
I don't think I was, because I had a glow up like once I kind of found myself. So
When did you get your boobs, is my question.
I've always had boobs.
You've always had
Maybe
boobs.
starting in like 6th grade is when I like really had like big boobs, and that, they just get bigger, like still to this day. Like I'm 22 and they still continue to grow, which...
There's a bunch of girls watching saying I hate you so much right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but she said that you said that like when you eat a lot, it goes to your boobs.
Yeah, if I gain weight, it does go directly to my boobs, but still, like, I feel like every year my boobs like are getting like more and more massive.
You are like the 0.01% of the population where you don't gain weight anywhere except your boobs. And
What an amazing thing to be able to say. I don't know if
Genetically
I've ever heard anybody else
gifted.
say that before.
you have it?
That they gain weight in their boobs? Maybe
Yeah.
like their ass
Oh,
or
there's
their
tons
gut.
of. I'll have to show you some girls
And
later.
there's no one in my family, like girls, that have a body like me, so we don't know like where I got my genetics, so that's why I feel like I'm like made to do what I do, like show off my body and get naked.
God wanted you to have an OnlyFans.
No, really.
Shout out to God. I feel like he's probably involved in a lot of OnlyFans.
He's watching
the
right
ultimate
now, like-
manager.
Fuck yeah, I did that.
So I think I remember you saying that you weren't super sexual until a certain point in high
No.
school. Let's talk about that again.
Not at all. So I was super innocent all throughout high school. I felt like I was a little bit of a late bloomer. Like I had never even hugged a guy. And it was always like my biggest insecurity, watching my friends like get their first boyfriends and like experiencing those like little like milestones. But I basically, I don't know what it was that like triggered it, but I started talking to like some boys, some of like the older, like kind of popular boys, like thought I was pretty. I was like, would Snapchat them and stuff. And then I think I sent a like topless picture to a guy, and I told him he could screenshot it. I don't know what was like going through my head when I said that. I think I've always been super confident like in my body, so like the idea of a guy like screenshotting it and like showing his friends was like exciting to me.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. My that picture got leaked all around the school. There's like group chats that went around that had all the guys in it in the school, and like so it circulated, like people started like coming up to me in school, like showing it to me, and I loved it.
So this didn't mortify you at all?
I loved it. No, I loved it.
I've heard this story go like the complete opposite way
Yeah.
so many
Oh,
other
yeah.
times.
Or this is like the life-ruining experience.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I love that you had that experience, and it kind of made you realize, like,
Oh, yeah.
maybe I could do porn. All right, everybody, this episode is sponsored by us, Plug Talk. A couple years ago, Lena and I had the bright idea to start a podcast in which every week we interview a different baddie and then do you know what with her. So you can sign up right now via this URL, onlyplugtalk.com, for only $5 for your first month, and you can see every single episode we've ever done. This is an insane value. Check it out right now.
And then after that, like, almost directly after, I hooked up with a guy for the first time, which this is another fun fact. I had my first kiss, fucked, sucked dick all in the same night.
Wow.
So like I literally went to like 0 to 100, like completely innocent, didn't even hug a dude, and then went over to his house. He lived in like the neighborhood right over from mine, so I just walked through the woods like to get to his house. And
That's so romantic. Yeah, I remember doing that.
yeah,
as a
we were
kid,
just
yeah.
we were just chilling in his basement, and I was a little nervous, not gonna lie, just because I had nothing to compare.
I mean, you never kissed anyone before at that point, so
Right,
yeah, of course
right,
you're gonna be nervous.
But really, kissing someone, sucking a dick, what's the difference?
A whole lot.
Yeah, well, yeah. So we were just chilling in his basement on like, he had one of those big beanbag chairs, and he started to kiss me, and that's all we did for like maybe like 20 minutes, and then eventually I was like, okay, like we can have sex now. Like I said, I was like, we can have sex.
This is after he saw your photos of your boobs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. I think that's probably what made him like into me, like reach out to me. Like he probably saw the pictures.
That's definitely a real thing, because I remember being young and having a girl's nudes leak on the internet, and that would make me want to fuck her for sure. Like, oh my god, like I seen her naked one time on
Now I have to
on
have
AOL. I must have her. Yeah, that was a real thing. Guys are weird like that.
So you guys hook up, and then do you just keep doing it with that same guy, or like what happens next?
So we hooked up, I think. I went over maybe a week later, but I was on my period, and so I didn't want to fuck, so I just like sucked his dick, and that kind of like set off my love to like suck dick. Like that's like so exciting to me, like meeting a guy for the first time and like sucking his dick. Like I like just
Did he go down on you?
He did, yeah.
Did you like it? Or you
No, not at all.
You didn't like it at all?
I remember thinking like, this is what like sex is.
Was he just really bad at it, you think?
Really bad.
Oh,
really
okay,
bad,
but you
yeah.
like it in general.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was thinking, I saw you eating around yesterday, and she seemed like she was perfectly
I
fine
know.
with it.
I was just like,
Right.
because sometimes, like, at least when I started having sex in high school, I was like way more a giver than a receiver. So I was just like curious if she had the same sort of experience. But I did eat you out last night, and I know you liked it. So
Very much. Very
Yeah,
much.
and you also, so this one thing that people out there probably want to know if they're, contemplating making the OnlyFans splurge. What would you consider your specialties, your attributes? You've made it clear that you consider yourself very elite at giving top. What else? What else are you into? And speak on your love of giving dome.
Definitely like sucking dick. It's more so like my love for it. Like I'm like I love like how a guy like moans during it. I love like looking up and he's like looking down at you. Oh, it's the best. That's like my favorite thing ever.
Yeah, it's almost like something might be happening by the end of this podcast right here.
I'm waiting. I mean, I would say that you have a huge asset right here that your fans probably subscribe
Yes.
for this reason.
Yes.
Here, that's why I would subscribe. I'm like in awe of them.
Do you feel like your boobs have taken you far in life? Like you just constantly see the ways in which having large boobs has like really helped you get places?
Yes, my boobs kind of are like my personality trait. Well, I think I'm okay.
That's such a good quote. My boobs are my personality trait. That's a t-shirt waiting to happen right there.
If I'm just in a bad mood and I want to talk somewhere, I just like, wear a low cut top and then I could just sit there.
And you could just go to Starbucks and someone's going
But
to talk
don't you
to
feel like everyone's gonna harass you? If I could not wear this top out. I'd be like worried everyone's gonna talk to me.
Yeah, but it depends on what kind of attention
It
you want
does like
that day.
annoy my friends, not like actually annoy them, but like I'm always dressed like a hooker. Like whenever like we go, even just to like hang out at like a friend's house or whatever, I'm always like, I go all out. Like my boobs are always
You got
out.
it.
Why do you do that? What is it about you that you always want your tits halfway out?
It's just, I'm young. I'm not gonna look like this forever, like most likely, and I don't know, I'm just really happy with my body. I'm proud of it. I work out, like I take care of myself.
That's good. I think that says a lot about me that I always want to be wearing a hoodie because I just want to cover up.
I know, it'll be like 95 degrees outside. He's like, I'm taking a hoodie with us in case it gets cold. Like,
I feel the exact opposite of how you feel. I'm not young. I am probably going to look something like this forever or worse. I might as well just cover up,
You're beautiful, babe.
Yeah, that's nice.
My mom's a MILF though, so I have like high hopes that I'll like continue to look hot.
So if we saw a picture of your mom right now, you think that we'd be into her?
Probably, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't have any on
She has
your
like
phone?
not that I can find quickly, but she has like tattoos and stuff. She's hot.
Ooh.
All my friends are into her. It's really creepy.
She was a suicide girl?
No. She listens to like Jimmy Buffett.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Stuff
dope.
like that.
I like that for her. Okay, so you a couple of years ago, or at what point in your life did you decide that you were gonna make an OnlyFans, or that you felt comfortable enough with your body that you wanted to get out there like that?
So, really looking back, I don't know what it was that like made me start an OnlyFans. I just one day was like, I want to do this. Like, there was no like.
You didn't see a girl and you were
Right,
like...
there was nothing leading up to it. I was just like, this seems cool, like I want to do it. And then from the first day I started posting like news, I didn't hold back or anything.
I like that about you, because a lot of girls, they get on it and they want to like be timid as fuck for a while. That's one thing that I thought when you started telling us about it, I was like, she went for it from day one. I like girls who go for it.
Right.
You know?
Right.
That was not me. I was like, I'm gonna take a picture of my boobs in the shower
But
while
the first day you were like, I was fingering myself today. Like, I need to borrow your dick so I can suck it for my OnlyFans.
Yeah, I guess. But it's like, with you, I guess, yeah.
You acted like you wanted to be timid on it, but it didn't last that long.
I mean, I just like in the beginning was like just doing photos, and then when I was doing sex stuff, I did go full on. But like in the beginning, when OnlyFans and like things like OnlyFans were new, guys were really just buying just for the photo of titties. Like they didn't necessarily care for like a 30-minute sex tape. They just wanted to see your tits, you know? But things have progressed from there. But you you just went right in.
Right in, yeah. And still to this day, I'm like trying to like elevate it more and more, like put out content more frequently, like get more wild. I want to start doing anal stuff. That's like one of my like bucket list things. Like I'd love to do an anal scene. Right now I'm just doing butt plug. You've done anal scenes, right?
Oh yeah.
Do you have any tips? Like how do I make it not hurt? Like please.
Oh, we will go through this. I will full on go with you in the bathroom and help you like prepare and like.
Well, that's another thing I've heard. Preparing if you over prepare, that'll make it almost worse. Like
we already have a story about this, but I feel like it's really gross and we shouldn't tell it right
we
now,
have a
so we
story
can tell you
that
off camera.
is on an old episode of the No Jumper Show, but we're gonna not share it because it's
if
the
you
least hot
over
thing.
prepare, you will make a bigger mess than
Right.
if you didn't prepare at all. Yes.
It's a science experiment, and it's like all kinds of different levels that you're measuring, and you just never really.
It's a fine balance, but like I will help you. Like I'll put a finger in for you, and I'll put two, and like we'll get you like super ready.
But
like, we'll
you
use
haven't
lube.
done anal yet?
no,
Oh, really?
no, I haven't.
Oh, I'm
What are you
excited.
waiting for?
And I haven't done it in like
The
a year
right
and a half,
moment.
so.
Like I'm building up to it.
What y'all doing tomorrow?
Not tomorrow.
You're building up to it, but it's not even in your private life. You haven't done it.
I have like one time a few years ago, but it was with an ex-boyfriend that had a really small dick, so I feel like it almost doesn't count.
Did you just jam it in?
Yeah, and it was only like 10 seconds, so it's
But
like,
did it feel like
I
a
want to
knife?
get like rammed, like learn how to do that.
It's so good. Like I feel like I have a hard time coming from like vaginal sex, but
Right.
like the first few times we did anal, I was like, I feel like I could come just from anal right now.
Right.
It's so good. It's so fun.
And that's what
That's
I want
great.
to experience. I'm not an anal girl right now, but I want to be an anal girl.
You can be an
like
anal
I want
girl.
to be able to say like I'm an anal girl.
That's
That's
I'm
one of my
glad
goals.
that, I'm just glad you want to give it a chance, because
I'm
I feel like
manifesting
girls will have like one finger in their ass and one bad experience and they never want to try it
Like
again.
me.
With Adam.
She tried to jam her finger on my ass one time. She was
I
drunk.
was drunk and I wasn't like thinking, and I just tried, and
It hurt a little bit. I'm like, never again.
Never
That was the
Never
only
again.
time.
It's over.
Yeah, because he likes when I eat his ass, so I'm like, just let me play with it.
Special occasions, yeah, but that's cool though. I like that you're out here manifesting your anal destiny.
I'm so excited because I think anal is so fun.
Yeah, we could all do anal together. We could make a whole movie about it, anal.
I'm imagining a lot right now.
We have to unleash another elephant in the room. Or I guess it's the first elephant in the room. You had your first threesome last night
Yes.
with us.
With us.
Yeah.
It
And
is
we
on
didn't
camera.
find out it was your first threesome until literally 2 minutes before we
Because I
started.
was kind of embarrassed to say.
Oh my God, why?
I
Why
almost
don't be
was like,
embarrassed?
well, I like consider myself slutty and like out there, but so I thought you guys would have just assumed like, oh, she's probably done like threesomes before. So I was like nervous to be like, but you guys were so nice. Like I felt so comfortable, like because
good.
you guys were like guiding me through it, like in the beginning, like telling me like how it works, not just like assuming that I would know.
I like wish that your first threesome was off camera, because I feel like it's like you're allowed to be a little bit more comfortable.
Definitely.
Obviously, it's hot the first time on camera too,
Yeah.
for different reasons, because you're being filmed and stuff. But I feel like we should do it again off camera, because I feel like it's
I thought the same thing when we left. I was like, I kind of wish like it wasn't filmed.
Filmed?
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's like basically two different threesomes in me and Lena's world, and there's the kind we used to do a lot, and then there's the kind we do now. The kind we do now, we have cameras set up, or we iPhone it, and we make content out of it. Back in the day, it was like no, we would like go to the club and have a bunch of drinks with the girl, and then we would, you know,
fuck for like 6 hours
come
after.
home,
Like,
yeah, going crazy. And I do recall that very fondly. Those were good
my
times.
mouth would be raw by the end of the night, but it was so fun. Like I would think about it for the next 2 weeks nonstop.
Really?
The
Yeah.
corners of my mouth hurt last night from sucking your dick.
Really?
Is it that big? I'm fully confident.
You have
it's right
you
now.
have a thick dick, yeah. So that's why
girthy?
it hurts.
Wow, we're girthy. That's good to hear.
He has a boner.
Stop.
I'm not laughing at your boner.
But okay, so what kind of stuff were you worried about, or what were you thinking about beforehand? Because I'm sure this is a position that a lot of people are in where they want to have a threesome, or they've maybe had the opportunity, they've been a little scared. Like, what were you thinking about on the flight, on the drive over, etc.?
I was nervous. I mean, when like having sex normally, it's just you and one other person.
Yeah.
So constantly you're giving each other attention. When you add that third person, I was like, well, what do I do when like they're like fucking each other? Like, so I mean, that's mostly what I was worried about.
That was it?
But then
Interesting.
also, like, you make me super nervous.
Right.
Oh my god!
Like,
I feel like I like try to make everyone really comfortable because I don't know.
But you are in denial about the fact that you're like famous and kind
I
of
am.
and
I'm totally in
legendary.
denial.
Like,
I'm like,
as far as
no.
OnlyFans goes, let's be real. Like, you were one of the biggest girls earliest. So
But I don't consider myself to be like some crazy sexual athlete, you know? It's like sometimes when we're having threesomes, I will fully admit that when they're doing stuff, I just want to literally like just check out and sit back and
that's
let
how
them...
it was for times when you guys were doing stuff.
Because
I almost
sometimes-
forgot I was in the threesome. I was just like, oh my god, like, can I just watch this? Like, the rest of the
Oh
time?
yeah, it is also fun to watch, but also sometimes I'll be like, I'm tired, let me take a break, or
Right.
like, let me film for a second. But obviously, like, I get involved with the other girls too, or sometimes Adam will pull away and watch the girls get, like, it's, for me, a threesome, mostly off camera, is like a sex party.
Okay.
And like an event.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're all getting off, but like, you're really enjoying the sexual energy of more than the two people, because, you know, more bodies, more sexual energy. It's just an elevated experience in a
you
way.
can go a little crazier because, like, we always talk about this, but there was one that me and her had with like 3 or 4 other girls in Miami on New Year's, and we were all pretty fucked up, and we just went ham for like hours. And that's like a beautiful thing to be like, you know, I don't get fucked up anymore, but if you do, and you just have this like marathon nighttime sexual encounter, that's
And it
that's
was
a
like,
fun time.
You know, some of the girls were like, I'm gonna go get my vibrator. And we're just like, you know, maybe a girl sucking his dick, but there's like girls over here, one's using the vibrator and one's making out with the other girl. And it's just like, it's the sexual energy is the best part.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, okay, you finally hooked up with Lena the Plug. Let's get a review of what you thought of it.
Me fully turning red.
You hooked up
Right.
with girls before, but just not in a threesome?
Yeah, not in a threesome. Well, definitely one of the best days of my life.
Oh.
I think
Job.
Lena is like, and I'm not just like trying to gas you up to be nice. Like, I think you are like the ultimate baddie because you have like the sex appeal, but it's also how you carry yourself is like admirable. And also, this is a fun fact. When I started my OnlyFans, I watched your video that you made about,
on
and
YouTube?
I hear that from so many people. now.
I modeled my OnlyFans and how I run it like off of what you said.
Wow.
And yeah, I've always
That's so
admired
funny.
you.
She's talking about a YouTube video I did that was like how I use OnlyFans, because OnlyFans is like a really confusing platform if you've never been on it. So I was
Right.
like,
Oh, it is,
I'll just
yeah.
make this video, and then it like blew up during the quarantine, and so many people will tell me like, I use your video, but I feel like it's like kind of outdated because I don't know, there's so many updates on it, but wow, I feel really honored, and also just like I'm bad at compliments, so thank you.
I'm the same way.
That's beautiful. What about me? You already said I had a huge dick, but besides that,
Her mouth hurt, babe.
her mouth
Think
hurt.
about that. He's gonna be thinking about that the next time
She's
he's
lucky to
breaking
still
up.
have a
like,
mouth.
Her mouth hurt. Oh yeah.
oh yeah, her jaw was broken by the time I got down. Tell the homies.
We discovered last night that Adam likes when I give head more with my Invisalign, which I'm not wearing right now. So
I just feel like it kind of slides in even better. Like I could really
I
get it in
think
there.
you like teeth.
I did think about becoming a dentist. My dentist name was going to be Dr.
We'll do a
Prentice.
test later. I'll put it in and I'll start sucking your dick, and then I'll take it out, and then you can really figure out what it was.
Oh yeah, side by side.
Side by side.
That's a great idea. Yeah. Okay, so
Everyone goes and gets Invisalign.
so you started doing OnlyFans, and how has it changed your life? Have you fully embraced it, etc.? Like exactly how much fun are you having on this platform?
So I started doing OnlyFans when I also worked a normal job. I worked at Target for 3 years, and I've always stuck with OnlyFans. Like, I'm consistent, but it wasn't like my main job. Like, I was still focused on like Target, and like I worked a 9 to 5. I was there like 5 days a week. But I saw you guys recently post on No Jumper asking for girls to come on the Patreon. So I emailed you guys, and Josh responded to me right away. And a few weeks later, I flew out, and ever since then, that's when I quit Target to like go on the podcast. And now I'm like 10 toes in. Like, OnlyFans is my job. I'm posting every single day. I'm on it like 8 hours a day, constantly, messaging people, like looking for other people to film with.
But so does nobody back home knows that you want on the No Jumper Patreon right now,
I haven't
right?
told anyone
Because I
what
didn't
I'm
put it
doing.
on my story or anything, because I feel like even a little bit of that would have like had the whole town talking.
Yeah.
Like, I saw her on Adam's story, she's doing
There's
porn
very
with them.
Facebook groups talking about you and stuff.
That's another thing that's been difficult the past few weeks. I haven't told anyone like what I'm doing. It's hard. Like, I just kind of have to like sit at home, like in my head, like there's so much exciting things going on, but I have no one to talk to because no one from where I'm from like relates or like understands this.
She said there's only one girl that she could work with in her town, and that girl doesn't really do
she
OnlyFans
stopped doing
anymore. So it's
OnlyFans,
like really dry over there.
Lack of commitment.
I want to know more about you working at Target, because like I said yesterday, girls at Target in LA don't look like you, because there's a lot of other places they could work if they're super hot.
And
so like, did
shout out to all the SoCal Target girls. I'm sure there's a lot of pretty ones.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna get
you would
hated on.
probably admit that she might be one of the prettier Target employees,
like,
right?
Were guys coming in to buy deodorant and just harassing you?
Oh, I have multiple restraining orders against guys.
From Target, not from the OnlyFans?
From Target.
Wow.
I had like a special parking spot. Like, I was allowed to park in the front. When I closed at night, someone would walk me to my car, like a manager.
I want to say pretty privileged, but this is not a privilege because it was like a scary situation for you.
Pretty oppression.
It got to the
oppression,
point too. I had to start wearing a fake name tag, like someone else's name, because they started like looking me up on social media and like messaging me like creepy things.
Wow.
So
Coming to Target 5 days a week, forgetting something, and just keep showing
it
back
almost
up.
got
Oh my
to a
God.
point where like people from my OnlyFans also knew I worked at Target, so like people would come in and like I never had someone approach me and like outwardly say like, oh, I'm subscribed to your OnlyFans, but afterwards I would like check my messages and they'd be like, oh, you just look so good like at Target right now, like thank you for helping me.
I would hire
Like,
a bodyguard that same day. Like,
they
I'd
would
be so
ask
horrified.
they would ask me for help, but then like not even mention like that they were like subscribed to my OnlyFans. So just creepy stuff, and it was getting to a point where it was like getting creepy. Like, it wasn't safe for me.
Even if you didn't have to quit before your Patreon episode, you probably would have quit right after, because it would have been even worse.
Yeah.
Oh my God, people would just be showing up.
Definitely. And it is pretty funny because, cat's out of the bag. We are now working together with Sky. But when we did the episode, it's like, if you watch the Patreon episode, it's like you can slowly see me becoming more confident in your ability to be a big star on OnlyFans. Like, it just slowly started to come together in my head. Like, like, she looks really good. She has a good personality. She seems like she has a good head on her shoulders. Like, I feel like we've kind of been in the position where we've been around girls and wanted us to manage them or whatever. But I feel like when I met you, I was like, you know what? She seems like she really actually has, like, the motivation to really do something with
Motivation and, like, I don't know, you're, like, really, like, smart, in my opinion. I've met a lot of girls who are, like, so beautiful and so talented, and just, like, I'm like, I'm not going to wrangle them, Like, I feel like I could just, like, work with you because you're, I don't know, really smart and put together.
Something else that I've noticed is a lot of girls start OnlyFans as like a cash grab.
And then don't
That's
continue.
true.
And
100%.
this is more like, I consider this like my profession. Like, I'm passionate about it. I enjoy it. A lot of people do it too just for the money, but I enjoy like actually interacting with people, like having that personal connection, like messaging them. Like, I remember a lot of my fans too. Like, I remember like certain names and stuff, and it's something that like I genuinely enjoy doing. So
That's
I think,
good, yeah, that you're serious about it. Yeah, I feel like so many people are just like, oh, I gotta pay my, water bill. Let me just make an OnlyFans for a month. And
I know, and I really just don't fuck with people who are trying to kind of like scam people on there. Like
That's
people who
true,
lie
too.
about what they're uploading. I've seen girls say, oh, I fucked this dude, and then in reality, they did not fuck that dude, and shit like that. And like, I just think that shit's whack. Like, if you're gonna, I think of OnlyFans the same way that I think about my other business, No Jumper, where it's like, if someone orders a T-shirt, they better get the fucking T-shirt. If somebody's down to give me $20 fucking or $30, let's be realistic, $40 for a T-shirt, it's like, I don't want to disrespect that relationship. And then I freak out. I'll see a comment being like, oh, I never got my shirt, and I fucking DM them personally, and I'm like, yo, I got to get you this shirt, because anyone who has enough trust in you because of the platform you built that they want to give you money, like you got to respect that. Like,
yeah, good business is very important. Yeah, and I would if I see a girl who's like really talented or whatever, seems like she could be really talented, and I realize she doesn't post, I'd be like, I can never work with her. It's just like such a poor reflection on you. But we really did fuck. We're really gonna post it.
Yeah.
We did a scene last night. It was her first threesome.
Yes.
She was actually, this might be confusing to you, but she was working at Target in Los Angeles, and we ended up bringing her home from the Target.
We picked her up at Target, and she got in my car and made out with me right away.
Yeah, it was almost like you just started making out with the Target employee right away. Like you weren't even concerned at all.
You got a boner.
You're a hell of an actress. Okay, so, what is actually on your OnlyFans, though? Because I understand that you've been out here sort of taking the male residents of Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and sort of just making them let you suck their dick for OnlyFans, etc. What is on there?
So a daily nudes, short little videos, teasers, me flashing the camera, weekly several different videos. I'm always open to suggestions. I love reading my messages and someone saying oh, you should do this, and then I get on it right away. I have sex tapes on there. I would love to start working with girls. That's something that I could totally see myself being into.
That's definitely a big thing that I'm trying to help arrange for her. Is we got to just it's so fun having a girl that we're managing, because now it's your mind opens. It's
set you up on little play dates.
Every girl that I know that has done the podcast or that has worked with you, etc., they're all just potential people that we could be hey, we want to link you guys up, and it's just a collab, and the collabs on YouTube and shit work. People want to see me interview this guy or talk about this with a different celebrity or whatever, but let's be real, if they put you and X girl and you're literally eating each other's vaginas and swallowing cum together, well, okay, now we're in business.
I want to know, when you were getting started on your OnlyFans, did you go on Pornhub and watch anything to get inspired? Because I feel in the beginning, if someone's can you make this video for me,
pretty much for everything.
Even
sex tapes, because I watch other videos. I still do it to this day, videos on Pornhub and stuff, kind of to get an idea of how they transition and stuff. But especially for the jerk off instructional videos.
I was thinking the same thing, but it's so popular. Guys want you to walk them through jerking off.
I actually just posted one the other day, and I'm really proud of it. You can watch it if you want.
It's more of a narrative than an actual physical sexual thing, and that's what makes it you're trying to figure out.
We had a girl on the Patreon the other day, and she said that there's a lot of requests for jerk off instruction videos, and I said, do it. I'm do it right now.
On the spot. That's
She's
tricky.
Touch your dick, yeah. Jerk it, baby. Yeah.
It
was hella awkward.
Touch your cock over your pants. No, don't take it out.
Don't pull it out. Yeah.
You could tell she felt so awkward doing this in front of us, but that's so interesting. Maybe it's just because I'm older that this technology didn't exist when I was young.
They just want you to feel like you are the only person with them in your community. It's like phone sex, but in a different form, kind of, because that's what phone sex operators did, right? They're yeah, go faster, come on my face, and then you'll open your mouth and pretend they're actually coming on your face. It feels like they're really with you.
Dude, what happened to phone sex? It would be real talk though. This is a real conversation. It's well, number one, I'm sure it still exists. I'm sure there's still all those numbers in the back of magazines and shit. But more importantly, don't you think that there should be an hour or two block in a day where guys can call you and you can just basically give them that phone. Actually, I guess
they're all cam girls now, and
why wouldn't you just cam?
If you're a cam girl, then the really rich person in the chat room could buy, like, they could take you off your chat and buy you one-on-one, and then you would just talk to them. And so, I mean, there's just other forms. So, did you ever do it?
No, but I used to dial like 1-900-HOT-CUNT because I would see it in the back of Penthouse. And me and my homies would literally be at a phone booth outside the gas station listening to the messages.
Oh my God.
Thinking that we were kind of bad because we're in like 4th grade. Yeah, for real. That was a real thing.
She's like, I'm young. I don't know about phone sex operators.
Yeah, that's some ancient shit. But, okay. I know I asked Sky last time, I said, what was your craziest sexual experience? And I'm pretty sure that you just were like, oh yeah, I used to like cheat on this guy.
Yeah, I was so nervous for that interview, like looking
Really?
back. Yeah. The craziest thing I've ever done, probably like fingering like a guy and like eating a guy's ass. I have an ex-boyfriend who I now suspect is gay. He was really into like having me do stuff to him, which I did like in the moment. Like I'm open to everything. I like everything.
Guys, if you're into that, that doesn't mean you're gay. You just, you know.
Oh no, not at all.
Lots of people like having their butt.
Well, no, now he does hook up with guys. So like.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe you are gay also.
You were his gateway.
Yeah.
You got it in there. That's cool. You're like a Sherpa. Yeah.
But yeah, I discovered I really like eating guys' asses. Like, I don't know.
I like
fun.
exclusively watched that kind of porn for a while.
Really?
Yeah. I never had done it, and then one day Adam was like this on my face after I sucked his dick, and I was like, that was kind of fun.
Well, just so you know, my ass is always available.
Only if it's clean.
We should recreate the one that we did with Emily.
Emily Willis.
Oh my God.
Have you seen this?
What
The
one
clip,
is that?
the clip of me and Emily Willis and him, where he's just like, we're basically both on either side of his ass and his dick, and he just keeps turning to the other person.
Yeah.
Going back
So
and
I'm like
forth.
getting head, getting my ass eaten, and then I flip around, and then I'm doing it the other way. I really feel like it was like one of our greatest contributions to. I mean, I'm sure it's happened a million times in porn, but we did it and put it on Twitter right away, and I felt like that was pretty important.
It was fun.
Classic.
So if you like eating ass, you're welcome here.
Yeah, no pressure. Okay, so yeah, what about like what's your best sexual experience that you ever had? Like the most enjoyable, fun thing that you've ever done besides last night?
Probably like the first time I hooked up with a girl.
Really? Yeah. How did that happen?
So my whole life, when I was younger, I really like struggled with like my sexuality. Like I wasn't sure, like, am I like lesbian? Because I really like girls, but then I also like guys. And then it was just a girl from Lancaster. Like she went to like a different high school. We met through mutual friends, and it was just a little like hookup. It was so like minor, but in the moment it was like so hot because that was like my biggest, like one of my sexual fantasies, like finally hooking up with a girl. But probably that. Nothing too crazy, but just, yeah, my first time hooking up with a girl.
It's so cool that she is pretty innocent, and now she's like out here doing porn, and we can help break her into all the gnarly shit.
What gnarly shit?
I don't know.
Anal.
Like, what are you thinking of?
Eating ass on
Yeah.
camera.
Eating ass and anal.
Or whatever, you know, she's just having these like
All the
little
butt stuff.
innocent girl hookups, and now we're over here trying to book her with Kazumi, and yeah.
So, like, throughout high school, you had, like, fantasized about actually kissing girls. Interesting.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I feel like so many girls probably never think of things. I was always open to, like, kissing girls, and I don't know why, because I never necessarily felt like, I never was questioning, like, what is my sexuality? But I was always like, oh, yeah, kissing a girl, no problem. Like, I never thought it was weird or gross or anything, and look at us now.
Yeah. So I think that you and I can both agree that we had a nice little time here, learning a bit about Sky.
Learning a bit more, because I learned a lot about her last night.
Right.
I know all about what she looks like.
Yeah.
Feels like.
How do you guys feel
smells
about
like.
learning a little bit
Does
more?
smell good.
You smell really good. I picked her up today, and she got in my car. My whole car, it's like my car lit up into a different color. It's just like, what are you wearing? You smell really good. It's from Sephora.
Lena's out here just sniffing.
I lost my sense of smell, and I'm kind of getting it back.